Folks, you can't keep him down for long. We've known this, and there was the breakout, the sweep. You see the sunglasses on. That obviously is a pretty big sell that the boys had a pretty good week four in the NFL season, brought to you by the great football mind of Josh Frey-Sam, who I will be joining today. My name is Bryce Hunt. Welcome inside the janitor's closet, where we enjoyed a 6-0-1 week four for plus 9.5 units, by far our best so far this season.
Good.
Uh, Back in the green, Josh, back where we need to be. We told the good people trust the process, and here we are, right back going into a week five slate where teams are getting their first bye weeks.
Yep.
We're going to have three plays here on the show. And of
Mhm.
course, our anytime touchdown parlay, which also did hit last week. Everything's coming up TJC right now.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, the when we swept the slate and then it's like the anytime touchdown parlay comes through for us. That was crazy too because that happened in like back-to-back drives as Marv goes down first drive, boom, cashes. Brian Thomas Jr. goes down the next drive, boom, cashes. Yeah, everything was working for us last week, man. And with that, we get excited and we look forward to the next slate and we want to just hammer everything. That's just I think human nature to after a week like that to go put up 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plays or whatever and try and go sweep the slate once again. Well, folks, unfortunately, the slate is not allowing us to do that this week. It's a low volume week for us, which is unfortunate, but as we always say, it's a marathon, not a sprint. We stick with the process here. We got three strong plays here this week, but and we got a couple other ones that we are mulling over so far, so we may release those on X at TJC Bets. Just another reason to follow us there. But it's looking like it is going to be a low volume week for us, and that's okay. If we can go sweep this slate too, we're going to keep this momentum rolling, keep the train rolling here, and get into week 6. So let's keep this thing going.
Yeah, Josh mentioned a couple plays mulling over on Twitter or X. You can keep it locked here at TJC Bets on YouTube, right where you are. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. We appreciate your guys' support, sticking with us. We're back, and we have no intentions of going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, we're going to keep our foot right on the gas, and we're going to start that trek for back-to-back sunglasses, back-to-back sweeps in week 5 here in Jacksonville. We have an AFC South matchup. Indianapolis Colts heading to the Ville here, Josh.
Yeah, this is an interesting one just because of all the injuries that are happening here. Let's give the play first and foremost, and then we'll give our explanation here. The play is Jacksonville Jaguars team total over 23.5, and we're taking this for 2 units, folks. This is probably my favorite play of the week. Was debating making it a 3 unit play. Decided, you know what? It's a low volume week. Let's feel things out. We're gonna go 2 units here. We like the play a lot. This is probably my favorite of the week. But this feels like a get right week for the Jacksonville Jaguars offense that is largely underperformed for the first few weeks of the season, Bryce. They are going to hopefully get Evan Ingram back this week, and that's going to allow them to do. Part of me is they're going to be able to stay on track here. This offense is going to be a little bit smoother to watch. It's what it's been through the first month of the season has been Trevor Lawrence almost pressing to take the deep shot downfield. And while you may while you may hear that or see that on paper and say, oh, they must be putting up a lot of points, it hasn't necessarily been conducive to a lot of points. It's been a lot of him pressing for the big play. What Evan Ingram allows him to do is take the check down to the flat, allows him to spread the field a little bit more, take the check down to Travis Etienne, take Bigsby, Evan Ingram in the flat, stay ahead on schedule, stay ahead of the sticks there, and then take the deep shot when it presents itself. The other reason that I like this play a ton, aside from Jacksonville Jaguars getting healthy on offense, is the opposite for the Indianapolis Colts. They are ravaged by injuries. They've been ravaged by injuries all year with, we know DeForest Buckner's out. We know Juju Brents is out. Well, you can add Ryan Kelly, the center, to that as well, just on offense. The offensive line could take a hit there. You got Kwity Paye, Kenny Moore, and Zaire Franklin actually logged a full participation this today. But you got Kenny Moore and Kwity Paye, who are both back to back, did not participate in practice this week. Huge, huge. They are trending towards not playing, and that is huge if they do not play. Jacksonville Jaguars should have no resistance moving the ball down the field. And then we'll see with, I actually kind of like the overall over in this game, but only if Joe Flacco plays. So there actually might be another play coming here for the total game in this one. But for now, as it stands, if Anthony Richardson is the one that's playing, Jonathan Taylor's probably not going to play. So that offense, maybe we can buy a couple of extra possessions back to the Jacksonville Jaguars offense, but I don't see much resistance for the Jaguars offense here in this one, man. I like them to win, potentially cover, potentially another play there, but for now we're going to take the team total over 23.5.
Okay, so we had a get back with Tampa Bay last week. Now we're going with Jacksonville getting back on track here with their team total lead us off here. Josh, our next play is maybe the team that we could call the darling of this show. We've talked about it before. High on them at the start of the year. We've been tailing them already. We've been winning with them already. Our Seattle Seahawks, if we could call them that, getting a visit from the New York Giants this Sunday.
Yeah, it wasn't it special watching Geno Smith and that offense click on Monday Night Football over there in Detroit. There, that was a special game. We had the over there, and we absolutely cleared that, no problem, no sweat there. This one we're going to take a side here, Bryce, and this one is going to depend a little bit on the New York Giants injury report, but as it stands right now, we are going to get in front of this thing, okay? Because if the New York Giants injury report is absolutely confirmed and some of the injuries with Malik Neighbors, Devin Singletary are out, this number I think is going to shoot up to 7.5, maybe even 8. Who knows how far this goes up. But for now, we're going to take Seattle Seahawks -6.5 for 2 units here, folks. Love this play. Seattle is absolutely clicking on offense. Do not let that game, I know that the jury might still be out on the Seattle Seahawks defense a little bit here, but do not let that game with against the Detroit Lions offense taint your view, the view of the Seattle Seahawks defense. They have been overperforming, I think, in the first month of the season, aside from that one game. And now they're going to go and take on a New York Giants defense that is just, or a New York Giants offense, pardon me, that without Malik Neighbors, without Devin Singletary here, Bryce, I don't know what New York has. Like I don't. Like they are not going to have success on the offensive side of the ball specifically without Malik Neighbors. And then even if they do have Malik Neighbors, they've got a terrific secondary over there in Seattle. So now you're talking about New York having to travel cross country to Seattle, one of the toughest places to play in the league, to go face an offense that is absolutely firing on all cylinders. And oh, by the way, Seattle, you saw what it looked like against Detroit. Okay, New York Giants defense isn't any better. Okay, Seattle's going to move the ball without much resistance in this one. I just don't know how, especially with Malik Neighbors out. I don't know how the New York Giants keep up with Seattle here. So we get it at a good number here, 6.5 here. Hopefully they can cover this, and we're taking the 6.5 for 2 units.
Okay, and for our last play, we're gonna have two teams that have been linked together through the draft, through a pretty maybe the most notorious trade we could call it over the past couple years. The Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears are linking up at Soldier Field.
Yeah, we talked about the Jacksonville Jaguars, an offense that has been underperforming and looking for a get-right game. I think we have the exact same thing over here in Soldier Field here. We've got the Chicago Bears team total over 23.5. We are only taking this for 1 unit though, Bryce. Quick explanation on this one. Carolina Panthers defense is ravaged by injuries. It has been kind of similar to that Indianapolis Colts one that I talked about. Well, this time you've got the Carolina Panthers who are already without Derek Brown. They're already without they're already without now they're without Shaq Thompson. They are now without potentially Xavier Woods, their safety. Josie Jewell, their linebacker who helps out in the run game. He's not playing in this as well. Okay, they've got Jadeveon Clowney on the defensive side of the ball, Ashawn Robinson. It just doesn't look good here for Carolina's defense. Okay, so the Chicago Bears offense as well has been the arrow is pointing up with this offense. Caleb Williams is getting more comfortable. You can see it as you're watching their games. I think this offense is going to have a lot of success here in the ground game and passing game. I think that Chicago Bears, and hopefully if that defense can hopefully steal them back a couple extra possessions against that Carolina offense, I like the Chicago Bears here. Team total over 23.5 for 1 unit.
Okay, so 2 team totals on a side coming at you folks for the best bets. And we mentioned we smacked the anytime touchdown parlay last week for the first time. We're getting ready to do that again here, Josh. Who are you taking for your anytime touchdown player?
Yes, sir. There, as we have said many times on this show, we target defenses. And when you're talking about certain defenses, whether it comes to fantasy or whether it comes to the totals and certain bets and stuff like that, we are targeting the Arizona Cardinals defense. They are one of those defenses. The San Francisco 49ers welcome them over there to Santa Clara. And Jordan Mason is unfortunately doesn't have much juice over there as far as scoring a touchdown. So the next best thing here, and who I truly believe is going to get involved now, another week back from injury, is Mr. Deebo Samuel here. So I think Deebo, this is going to be a Deebo game here. I don't see Arizona presenting too much resistance against that 49ers offense. Brock Purdy is slinging the ball really well. This offense is obviously getting their pieces back here, minus Christian McCaffrey. And I think this offense is going to be clicking against this defense. So Deebo Samuel will find the end zone at some point in this game. What do you got?
All right, Josh, I'm going to go with Brian Thomas Jr. on Jacksonville. We mentioned having their team total over. Just in me and you talking, you've talked about his player props that you like, so I'm glad we're on the same page with that.
Yeah.
The Colts have been burned on the perimeter so far this year. They've already allowed 100 plus yards to George Pickens, Roma Dunze, and Nico Collins. Should be a really good shot for the Jags to get a lot of use out of BTJ. Should be targeting him a lot. He should have a lot of opportunities. So I'm going to have him scooting into the end zone for us. So Deebo Samuel and Brian Thomas Jr. here for our anytime touchdown parlay. Just to recap the rest of the plays: Bears team total over 23.5 for 1 unit, Seattle Seahawks minus 6.5 for 2 units, and the Jacksonville Jaguars team total over 23.5 points times two units. Sorry. 6-0-1 last week, plus 9.52 units. Looking to build on that. Keep these sunglasses on, Josh. What do you say?
Yes, sir, man. Again, low volume week, so but yes, keep it locked in on X with us, folks, because there are some props that we are mulling over that we like. There are some other plays that we like as well. There is a specific player as well, play in Monday Night Football as well. We've been giving out plays on primetime nonstop, so you got to keep it locked in on that. We don't usually give them out on in this show just because of the injury reports and stuff like that and how they work. So we wait until we post them on X. You gotta follow us there if you want all the plays here. Yeah, appreciate you guys riding with us though. This is hopefully going to be another fun week.
For sure, folks. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. We appreciate your support. Happy gambling. We'll see you in week 6, hopefully keeping these sunglasses on. That'll do it for this week, folks. We'll see you next week. Take care. Take it easy.
Yes, sir. God.